All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to my rant channel, TMossBoss Rants. And in today's video, I seen this post. I don't have anything against this post. It's actually, the people that will see a post like this and then they want to jump up and say, "Oh, it sounds like a skill issue. Sounds like you need to get good. Sounds like." And the thing is this: when it comes down to a person that has been playing video games for years upon years upon years and upon years through multiple generations and genres, like, fam, I've been playing video games since I was maybe 2 or 3 years old. Like, I don't remember the exact age when the Nintendo 64 controller had hit my hands, but I was extremely young, all right? So there was that generation of gaming. Fast forward a little bit later, I got me a PlayStation 2. I played throughout that generation of gaming. Fast forward, got me a PlayStation 3. I played throughout that generation. Xbox 360, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, multiple gaming PCs, probably thousands of video games. I'm saying from video games I own to games that I borrowed to games that I what else? I'm trying to think of some other, I guess games that I got for free or something. I don't know, but I played a lot of different video games. All right. I know I had to have well over 100 games on PlayStation. I can't remember the exact number when it came down to PlayStation 2. I know I had over 100 games. PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, Xbox One, even Xbox Series X. I've had a lot of different, because I got digital games too. So on top of the physical copies, I've had digital copies and a lot of digital copies. But yeah, man, it's like I done played a lot of different video games. So when people, I guess, get upset with me because I'm from an older time with gaming, and I'll say that this is how the game needs to be. I'm just going based off of stuff that I seen work years ago when we were playing on PlayStation 2. And it trips me out that how people, they get so upset, and then so yeah, a post like this, it gets created, let you know that, like, yeah, if you're not enjoying the game, then it's like, then stop playing it. And then if you voice that opinion out, if you say I'm not enjoying this game, like for an example, so Arc Raiders, that game got a lot of people in there that likes to shoot you in the back when you're trying to extract. It's an extraction shooter, and I guess to explain what an extraction shooter is, pretty much they have you go into these maps, and then you're supposed to find this loot. Once you do find the loot, you have to somehow, some way, make your way back to the, like, a safe zone. They have two options. So they have like a raider hatch thing where it's like this like a trap door or tunnel or something like that, where if you don't want to wait for the train, or you might be too far, if you're near one of the raider hatches and you have a raider hatch key, then you can extract through one of those. But if you don't, then yeah, you're gonna have to use the train system and stuff. So, or they have like this elevator depending on what map that you go to. So anyways, yeah, the times where I've extracted in that game, usually I've had a lot of different moments where I've extracted and it's been no problem. But lately I have been dealing with a lot of different people where they'll wait for you to turn your back and then they want to shoot and kill you. And I'm thinking to myself, I've done nothing to you. And what's crazy is that, like, the people that's done that, like, you'll help them. You'll help them kill the enemies in the game, the arcs. And I'm thinking to myself, I just helped you, and then you're gonna turn around and shoot me in the back. And people try justifying that. That's why I'm like, man, it's a lot of people out there where I'm like, you're gonna be the reason why a game fails. Like, if you don't allow a game to venture out, add new ideas, no, you just want this to be a closeted extraction PvPvE shooter and stuff, the game's gonna fail, and it trips it. It's funny because people, when that game was coming out, they were like, a lot of people were asking for that they needed to add they need to add a PvE mode, and people were like, no, that's gonna ruin the game, that's gonna split the resources, that's gonna. Meanwhile, there's this game called Gray Zone Warfare where they literally do that. They have a PvPvE mode and they have a PvE mode. People play both. If anything, I think people play the PvE mode more than the PvE mode in that game. I just play it because I ain't trying to deal with nobody in that game. But yeah, overall though, it's like, if people want to play the PvPvE mode, there's that option. But they should definitely have an option, I guess, for those that are like you're trying to go through the missions. And then, yeah, overall, if you want to play against people and go and killing them and stuff, then okay, you should have that option. But there's also be that option of you being able to play that game, not having to worry about nobody, not having you can extract and not have to like, oh, let me keep turning around and stuff and doing multiple like double takes and seeing it. You shouldn't have to do that. That's not how a game should be played. All right. So that's why people, of course, they gonna want to argue with it. And that's why I'm like, man, it just really trips me out where it's like, why is it that you guys are only allowed to have an opinion on the game, but when other people try to add their opinion, you just want to drown it out with the same old stuff that gets said time after time after time over and over and over again. You don't try to say nothing different. You don't try to like you're wanting the game to just be closeted to just having one mode, and that's the only thing that you can do in the game. And then eventually when you do all the missions and there ain't nothing else to do, then what are we supposed to do? And that's why I feel like they'll say some stuff like, oh, well, we just move on to the next game. But what if I like playing this game? And having multiple modes and multiple options of playing the game, that seemed like that would make a lot more sense. I'm just saying. So, but yeah, it's like it trips me out where it's like you'll criticize a game and then people want to criticize your criticism. And I'm like, fam, I'm not asking for your criticism. All I just want to do is see a game, succeed in life and things, because it's like when you look at a lot of different video games over the years, they fall off after some point in time. And then when you look at video games like Fortnite, for an example, where that game got a million different modes in there, and it's funny because when I would reference that game, I remember when Arc Raiders had originally came out, and I was referencing how like it should have a lot of different modes, and people was like, "Oh, that's gonna ruin the game," and I'm thinking to myself, Fortnite probably has like what I mean, like as of this time right now, 936, that game probably got a billion modes in it, probably more than a billion, 2 billion, probably a trillion. We don't overall know at the end of the day, but there's a lot of different modes that's added into Fortnite. That game ain't ruined. That game, I think they said made like $20 billion or something like that. Still has, because there was a website I remember I went to where it showed how many players is playing Fortnite. Fortnite player counts. Let's see, 1,000. Oh, it done went down a little bit. A little bit. Dang. Actually, no, it was they had almost 2 million players on no today. Dang, they did pretty good. They're doing good. Currently, right now, they got over 600,000 players. That's in my opinion. And Arc Raiders, hold on for a second, because if I were to come out with a video game, I want to have the most amount of players playing the game and stuff. Currently, right now, they got 125,000 players, and then a 24-hour peak, they had 235,000 players, and then they had an all-time peak 4 months ago, sometime after the game release, of 481,000 players. In Fortnite, they have 14 million players playing this game 15 months ago. So that's why I'm like, and then 24-hour peak, they had almost 200,000. So it's like, yeah, when you look at games like Fortnite, and it ain't like people are just only strictly playing the Battle Royale. When you start up Fortnite, and the thing is this, game's free on top of that too. So that's, I'm like, if a free game can have all these different modes, then a paid for game that costs $39.99 should definitely have a lot of different modes in it. But anyway, and I'm like, all the money that company made, yeah, you guys should definitely be working on. And you know what's crazy? Throughout the time of that game being out, the only thing that they've added in there is a hurricane weather system and 2 new arcs. They got an arc that sprays out fire, and then they got an arc. So there's these smaller arcs in the game that'll blow up and it'll do a significant amount of damage. And then the newer arc, it pretty much does a little bit more damage than the smaller ones. And I'm thinking to myself, this game's been out for all this time. You guys have made all this money, and that's the only thing that you guys can add to the game. That's crazy. I'm like, no, that's seriously, that's some wild stuff, man. I just, and I see stuff like that. I'm like, I don't understand. How do people, I guess, and the thing is this, don't get me wrong, Arc Raiders is a fun game. I don't mind this game existing. It just needs to have more content in it. So, but yeah, overall though, it's like if a game isn't good and then I stop playing it and I voice my opinion and concerns about the game, it shouldn't require an argument afterwards, all right? Just like how you like your games and you like playing your games and stuff, it's pretty much the opposite. If you want people to support that, then you gotta support when a person doesn't like a video game. So yeah, it's just, it trips me out, and people, and they get mad at you, and it's like, for one, you're not like the spokesperson or the president of gaming or something like that, whatever you want to call yourself and things. You're not that guy. You know, overall, it's like, yes, I'm going to have my opinion. If you don't like it, then fam, that's on you. But I'm not going to change because you want to sit around and argue about it. And when people do that, they want to sit around and argue and they want to leave multiple different comments, all like, oh, I just delete it. I'm like, fam, I'm not hearing any of that. If you think by commenting and, you know, having a compelling argument, just like how I had my compelling argument, I know I'm not going to change your mind. You definitely ain't going to change my mind. So where do we go from here? That's why I'm like, man, people, like, if somebody says that they don't like a game and then they're doing it because if there's other people that think along the lines like them, my thing is this. I would like if me and this person, if we play games the same exact way, we have the same exact attitude, we'll get upset at the same exact things and all this other stuff. I would expect this person to tell me not to fool with this game and let me know why I should, yeah, just overall why I shouldn't be playing it and stuff. But to have it where it gets drowned out by, oh, this game is good, this is the best game of all time, best game of 2025, game of the year, and all these other different things, I'm like, no, we need to see what's really going on with the game because I know the game can't be that positive, not in this day and age with gaming. So, but anyways, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for another rant video. Like, subscribe if you are new to the channel, and peace.